Welcome to It's Christmas Time. I'm Chris Smith, and guess who I'm here with? I'm in the kitchen with my mother, Betty.
Hello.
Betty hasn't appeared on my show in forever, probably since December of 2019.
We have a pandemic.
We had a pandemic,
Yes.
and it's still going. But Betty and I have been vaccinated, so we don't care anymore. Now, I'm only here today because Betty and I are sorting through beans. Did you know?
Pinto beans.
Pinto beans. Did you know they put rocks in beans? And Betty is teaching me how to go through the beans to make sure there are no rocks. And I said, this is ridiculous. Why don't they do it at the factory and make sure there are no rocks in these beans? Betty, tell them what you told me about the people having a tooth taken out.
If you run into a rock in the beans, it'll tear a tooth off.
Isn't that disgusting? Who would eat these? And
a lot of people. A lot of people love pinto beans.
And apparently pinto beans are like brown beans, right,
Yeah,
Betty?
it is brown beans, yeah.
I always liked baked beans. Betty used to make
paper.
baked beans.
I still do.
And that was always good because it's sweet and it's sort of syrupy. But we never had to search for rocks in the baked beans.
Well, they come in a can, that's why.
Oh, they can see. This is why I just don't understand why people make a lot of trouble for themselves having to do things like this.
Well, because they taste good and they're good for you.
You know who wishes she could have come here and done this bean segment with you?
Who, Michelle?
No, Pammy, the inappropriate cheerleader.
Oh, yeah.
But she only has one arm that works because she had that accident years ago where she fell off a pyramid. So, now here's what it looks like when we're through with the beans.
And I put water in here, and I know a lot of people that might be looking at this knows what I'm talking about. You put water in this and bring them to a boil about 15 minutes. Wash them up, and then put them in a pan. Cook them with a piece of bacon.
Is that the fat back that you had me write on the list?
Yeah.
Betty told me to make a
pork.
list for her for the store, and look, it says fat back. I didn't know how to, if it was one word.
It's just salt pork bacon.
Now, are we mixing white beans in with this?
Some, not many.
Now, this is wonderful because long ago, before...
That's all I want in there.
Oh, you don't want more?
No, I don't want the whole bag.
See, we were so ahead of the game, race-wise, that we always mixed our white beans and our brown beans together because there's room for everyone in this world if everyone makes some room. So Betty was at the forefront of the race issues, trying to make sure that the schools were all mixed with different races of children. Betty would go out picketing back in the 60s to make sure that there were all different kinds of children in the schools and not just white children in one school and black children in another. No, I'm just saying. The beans are a metaphor for the great American melting pot.
They sure are.
And we also think that all different kinds of people should come to this country. You're all welcome. We throw open our borders and welcome everyone here. Mostly to the square states because there's plenty
pay
room.
for it?
Oh dear. Well, I think that's all the time we have for today. I'm calling this episode Beans. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this cooking and political talk. Goodbye.